I am so glad that we're here together because I wouldn't want to be alone. The Federation stands in solidarity with Israel, and being here demonstrates to the Bay Area and the world that we stand with Israel. We're here to show our love and support for the Israeli people and for the hostages. Bring them home.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home.
30 years ago, the San Francisco Federation was the first federation in North America to open an office in Israel. We have deep partnerships on the ground with our grantees, and we have worked for years to build a shared society for all Israelis. Our Israel office director, Barak Luzon, was in touch with me on Saturday morning. He shared a text exchange he had with Vivian Silver, the executive director of the Negev Institute for Strategies of Peace and Development. It's an NGO based in Beersheba, dedicated to promoting shared values between Jews and Arabs, and a longtime partner of the Federation. Vivian and I have worked together for 15 years. I'm wearing pink today for her. She was a feminist, for all the women and girls that have been murdered and kidnapped. She is a lifelong peace activist. She's 74, she's a grandmother, and she lives on Kibbutz Be'eri. And this was their text exchange. 10:50 a.m. Vivian, I hope you and yours are well, thinking of you. Vivian, 10:51 a.m. They broke down my door. They shouted, but I'm hiding behind the closet in the shelter. If I survive, next time I keep the big knife in the shelter. I can't believe that I can write and rattle at the same time. Vivian, 10:52 a.m. Don't call me. She didn't want him to call her so that the Hamas terrorists wouldn't hear the phone ring. Bring her home. Bring them home.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home.
I know you are doing a lot, and there is more that I'm going to ask you to do today. I'm going to ask you to stay connected to all of the leaders that you have heard from today, to stay advocates for the hostage until their release, and be connected to the Federation. The needs are urgent. The immediate support for people from the South who have been evacuated from their homes, whose homes have burned down to the ground, trauma counseling, cash assistance for basic needs, and to support the families who need our help while they wait for their loved ones who are held hostage by Hamas. The needs are overwhelming, and they will be persistent for years. And when terror strikes the Bay Area Jewish community and the Federation, we dig deep, and this time we have to dig deeper. The Federation has established the 2023 Israel Emergency Fund and is working with the Israel Trauma Coalition, the Jewish Agency for Israel, the American Jewish Joint Distribution Committee, and other organizations to make sure that we are supporting victims of terror and addressing the unprecedented need of trauma in our communities. Next week, on Tuesday, I'll be in Washington, D.C. with other leaders of the federations from across North America to meet with leaders from the White House, the State Department, and members of Congress. I will be asking our elected leaders there, on behalf of all of you, to bring them home.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home.
The Federation has always been a central address for addressing crisis and emergency in our communities, and today we're doing that again. Please give generously, and please give when anyone asks you. Bring them home.
Bring them home.